Dairy is one of the most influential parts of many people's diets. It's the basis for cheese and butter. But where does it come from? Good morning, my name's James Lamb. It's early Wednesday morning here, just outside of Kent. I'm about to take a trip over to the dairy farm just behind me down in the valley. I'm going to be talking to the farmer of what it goes through to get this litre of milk to the shelf in the supermarket. I'm also going to be talking to her about the price to the farmer and the price to the consumer. So how about you join me? It's early in the morning here, whilst many of us are still in bed. The majority of farmers are up and working.
Starts for us at 5 o'clock. We get the cows in for the morning milking. And whilst the milking goes on, which takes about 3 or 4 hours, there'll be 2 people working. One person will be doing the milking, the other person will be moving the cows around. Breakfast between about 9 and 10.
What is an organic farm?
An organic farm is very much, in dairying terms, it looks very much the same as a conventional farm. There's grass, there's cows, they come in for milking twice a day. But the big differences are that we don't apply any inorganic fertiliser, no chemical fertiliser to the land. We don't apply any insecticides or any pesticides to the growing crops that we grow. We don't use any antibiotics that we don't need to use unless a cow is severely ill, and then we would use antibiotics. We don't want the cow to suffer.
All the teat preparation is to help prevent mastitis, so we are less dependent on the antibiotics. I've never worked with so many cows. I've never had so few cases of mastitis.
Come back, do any stock work there is, fencing work there is at the moment to do, any other odd jobs.
So how many staff do you have working on the farm?
At the moment there's myself who manages a farm. There's also a herd manager, 2 herdsmen and a part-time tractor driver.
How much does it cost you to produce a litre of milk?
We're pretty much break even at the moment. We're receiving about 29.5 pence per litre from the co-op that we sell our milk to, and it pretty much costs us round about that, just perhaps a little bit less than that to produce a litre of milk. It obviously costs less in the summer when the cows are grazing the grass, but more in the winter when you have to feed them indoors with silage and concentrates. So, you know, we're not making a lot of money, but we're not losing money either.
Many farms aren't as lucky as this one, as they are forced to sell the milk at a lower price, which sometimes is just enough to keep the farm running. But unfortunately, this farm paid the price. Each week, 9 dairy farms get out of business due to the growth of the economy, just like this one. This dairy farm only a few years ago went out of business after 75 years of trading. The building now stands rotten and derelict. Generations went into the dairy farm, which now stands empty.
Then go home for lunch. Then we start fairly early in the afternoon because it's quite a long day, as you can imagine, starting at 5 o'clock. So we start milking again between 2 and 1/2 to try to get finished between 6 and 6:30 in the evening.
The head herdsman will start by making sure the parlour is ready for milking. When the cows enter the parlour, the herdsman will clean the teats to lower the risk of infection. As an organic farm, they use an iodine-based substance before and after milking. The herdsman will then place pumps onto the cows and the milking begins. The amount of milk produced from each cow is monitored, and these digital displays tell us how much is produced and when the required amount of milk has been produced. The pumps will automatically eject, which ensures the cows are not over-milked. From here, the milk is collected into a tank, which is distributed to processing units who produce the forms of milk and other dairy produces.
Our milk is sold to the Organic Milk Suppliers Cooperative, who are the biggest buyer of organic milk in the country. And they organise for its sale to the creameries, to cheese makers, to yoghurt makers. And also they're in fact exporting some to France at the moment, which is where, because we're quite close to the channel, where our milk is going to, where it's actually made into organic UHT milk in France. The cows have to have 60% forage. And only 40% concentrate. So we very much rely on forage, be it grass in the summer or be it silage in the winter. And we certainly wouldn't keep our cows in during the summer as some high-yielding dairy herds conventionally do now. We believe the cows need to go out to the pasture, as you see in the background, and graze naturally, as is their wont. Then the last job at night is one person always comes around at about 10 o'clock just to check any calving cows or just check everything's all right before they settle down for the night. Of course, that goes on 365 and a quarter days a year.
Unfortunately, the day's drawing to a close here at the dairy farm. What a smashing day we've had, and what a lot we've learned. From me and the residents here at the dairy farm, cheers.